Hey there, guys. Welcome back to Dream Daddy. I mean, considering everything, I don't know who to go out on a date with yet. With now next. I mean, I went on a second one with Damien, but that was because I chose to when I wasn't myself. So, okay, first off, Joseph, Robert, totally out, because no, and cheating wife, and married and everything, so yeah, that's like hell to the no. So, Damien just, you know, my character has nothing in common with him. I feel like every time the character goes out and like I guess has a date with one of these dads, he just fits himself into a personality that kind of meshes. Like he's multiple split personalities, like fractured personalities. But bugger it, we've got to go with someone, right? So hang out, Brian. Hi, Brian. Hi, I've got to do the Brian voice. I should have chosen Brian because his voice is fucking ridiculous. Hi, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. Are you in or out? Oh, I have a message from Brian. Oh, oh no, I've been training this day. I accidentally boasted about my abilities as a fisherman to Brian, and now he's challenging me to another dad-off. I've been doing my fishing research online, but I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Still though, I have to accept. I type back to Brian. Catch all of those fish, make sure your mower is good working order, because you're going to be all over my lawn this weekend. That's sexual. That'll show him. Brian responds back, letting me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up at an hour I had previously forgotten existed. Man, it's going to be a rough start. Amanda comes into the room from the kitchen, eating a cheese stick by biting it off piece by piece, like some kind of monster. I didn't raise you like that. What? It's called string cheese and not chompy cheese for a reason, Amanda. Aww. Did you just call me in here to criticize my cunts, fucking cunts? Did you just call me in here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique or what? No, Amanda, we have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you have to go fishing. I get to play with Brian's dog. How do I become a master of fishing overnight? You went fishing in the Girl Scouts, didn't you? Nope. My stint in the Scouts was brief and purely transactional. Thought I could get free cookies, but I didn't know that I had to, like, be outside and tie nuts and stuff. But I have to be Brian. Dad, let me tell you a story. Let it be a fucking long one so I can keep doing this goddamn accent I've locked myself into. Do you remember last summer how I applied for a job at that coffee across... I can't do it. I don't know what's wrong with me today. At that coffee shop across town. Give me a refresher. During the interview they asked me if I knew how to work an espresso machine. And I really wanted the job, so I lied and I said yes. On that first morning, there was a line out the door, and within half an hour, I severely burned my hand. And they told me to go home and never come back. I still have a scar from that. Of course, I remember. What does that have to do with fishing? The burn is a metaphor, Dad. I don't get it. You can lead a horse to water. What do horses have to do with fish? And burns. I mean, this just isn't... Dad, please. I don't get your obsession with competing against Brian. You wouldn't understand. It's a dad thing. Please try explaining it to me. Okay, Brian's just... He just thinks he's so much better than me, and he purposefully reminds me of that whenever he can. It's like he has to one-up me. I have to beat him at his own game. Is that what you think is happening here? No, Amanda. Oh, okay, good. I know that's what's happening here. Well, the whole fucking family's Irish now. I know that's what's happening. Alright, Pops. We should be getting some sleep. See you in the morning? No, night, Panda. Top of the morning to you. Oh, dear. I brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed, set my alarm, and close my eyes. Okay, sleep. I am wide awake. I can't help but think about the last time I went fishing, hoping that there's something I can glean from it to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up one morning and told me to get dressed and meet him downstairs. It was still dark out. I had no idea what was going on, but before I knew it, we were both alone on a freezing cold lake. I had to sit there for hours while it got hot and muggy, the air thick with bugs. I picked at mosquito bites while my dad sat in stony silence, fishing pole in one hand and a beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. What I did on my summer holidays, on the long drive home, my father bought me a pack of cigarettes and didn't say a thing. That didn't help, and I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. I'm sitting on a boat in the middle of a body of water. I can't see any land, but I know it's a lake. You can't see any land? What the fuck is all this? Wait, was the novel part, like the writing staff, separate from the artists, and they didn't correspond to the point where they were like, we need water, but just no land, and they were like, gotcha, lots of land. Fuck me. Boat in the middle of water. I can't see land, but I know it's a lake. The water is placid and still. I'm holding a fishing pole. I don't understand why, but it feels like it's a dream. Yeah, no, it's definitely a dream, considering I was just trying to go to sleep. I cast my lure into the water and wait and wait and wait. My whole body is filled with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. You used the wrong lure. I look up and see my father, just as he looked that one cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull the lure up and try to grab a different one, but all of the lures in my tackle box are exactly the same. I look up to my father for guidance, but he's gone. I try casting again, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water. Sinking further and further, I see the multitudes of fish that have been lying just below the surface, all swimming around me as if to taunt me. One fish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. They do to bite sealer if you're trying to catch somebody. I jolt to the sound of my alarm. Wow, it was a dream. That's surprising to everyone involved. It's fishing day. That would explain the weird dream. I groggily slip clothes. I groggily... fuck it. I spot Amanda's door half open and see her still coiled up in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss on the forehead. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? Mother, no. Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes. Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never. Amanda, I'll get up in a minute. Alright, Brian should be here in 20, so you better not just go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her hand through the blanket to wave me away. I leave her room and make myself some coffee and another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in and chugs her coffee while I do word jumbles. I hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. Still rubbing our eyes, we walk outside to see Brian. He's decked out in fishing gear. He's not. He's not. He's not. He's not. Daisy's falling asleep next to him.
Early bird gets the worm, buddy.
Wow, your voice is slightly different. Is it even more obnoxious? Also, you ready to fish?
I was born ready.
My eyes narrow in on Brian. It's a good day to die. Hop on in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. I walk over to the driver's side door and open it.
Woof, woof.
Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail furiously. Can I see your license, sir?
Maxwell, let ship sit.
Maxwell immediately hops into the back to cuddle with Daisy. Amanda settles in next to Maxwell, and Daisy immediately falls asleep.
You ready for an adventure?
I'm ready for glory. I struggle to stay awake as we drive to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass by. I got the hiccups. So where exactly are we headed?
It's about an hour north of here. Little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it.
Fuck me.
I brought everything we need so that we can catch some trout, have a nice little fire, and enjoy nature.
My fishing pole is in the shop, getting it tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could borrow?
But of course, it's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though.
Alright. I'm digging a hole here. I stare out at the forest, lining the highway. The sun is just barely over the horizon, scattered dusky pink light through the trees. For a split second, I spot a deer grazing on the side of the road before it leaps back into the brush. After a nice quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway and onto a dirt road. The car bumps along until we reach a clearing that opens up to a magnificent lake.
Well, here we are.
This is a decent place to end the video. So,
Goodbye, everybody.